with Messi, with Inter Miami, especially what we just saw, this 5-1 win against New York Red Bulls. We know he's had his minutes over 1,500 played now in the league alone. And Javier Mascherano thinks it's time for a break.
Respecto al All-Star, no, a ver, no, que yo sepa, no tengo nada que decir. Los jugadores están convocados y no. Claramente, a mí me gustaría que la semana larga puedan descansar después del trajín que vienen, pero no es un tema mío. Sé que lo importante que es el All-Star acá ¿cómo es? En esta liga, en este país, y que yo sepa no hay ninguna decisión del club, todo normal.
Really saying much there from Javier Mascherano. I think he didn't want to be too specific there. Eyebrows raised there from you, Shaq.
Talk about dancing around the bush here.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much, but I don't think Messi should play in the All-Star game. Okay, Javier. Listen, I get it. I understand. And while we've fawned over Lionel Messi, his performances, he is 38 years old.
Yeah.
And from an Inter Miami and Javier Mascherano perspective, if the more rest he could get, the better, because that opens up those opportunities for Inter Miami. But he alludes to this, given the standing and what the MLS All-Star Game means to this league, to U.S. soccer. I'll say this. How do you think the attendance will be affected if Lionel Messi does not play in the MLS All-Star Game? As simple as that. I think that kind of details the impact that he continues to have on the game in this country. And as a result, I don't see how the All-Star Game goes on without Lionel Messi, despite Mascherano's concern.
The reason I do feel it won't be affected is because of the opponents. It's the Liga Amekis All-Stars, and it's in Austin. I just think it's going to sell out either way, but certainly the sponsorship dollars will not be the same without Lionel Messi. And I think that's the major thing here. And Javier Mascherano, a coach, not wanting his star player to play in an All-Star game is nothing new on this side of the border, this side of the continent. You can go to NBA games, you can go to MLB games, you go to any type of All-Star game, the Pro Bowl, NFL All-Star. They don't want their players to play. The players don't want to play. They don't want to risk injury. We just saw literally the MLB All-Star game. Clayton Kershaw pitches 2 outs. Yeah. And Dave Roberts, the National League coach, is like, get out of here. His player, you're done. Night's over. Nobody wants their star player to play in this type of environment. Why would Javier Mascherano want 38-year-old Messi, who's got a lot on his plate, to play in a game that to him is meaningless?
Right.
I mean, think about all the things that he's done this year. He's played in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. He's played in the Club World Cup, okay? He's missed a ton of games because of national team, and he's missed games in league play because of injury, and yet he is still, right now, to date, the MLS Golden Boot leader. And he's the reason that Mascherano has a job, like literally. He is the guy who comes over because he is Messi's friend. Messi confides in him, brings him over, and he's the reason he has a job today. And I say this in the best way, because they are winning in Miami. You want to keep it going, so why would he want a star player to play? I completely understand.
I mean, it's called All-Star, so you got to have Messi. He's the biggest star of all, you know, like you have to, especially because it's not only Inter Miami that pays Messi's salary, it's the whole league, you know, they all chip in, so you must have Leo Messi. And if Javier Mascherano is so concerned about the minutes that Messi has played, well, he has the authority to rest Messi in some matches. I mean, we just saw the highlights.
Matches.
Yeah, we just saw the highlights, right? At the 60th minute, Messi scored his first goal. By then, it was 4-1. I was at the game. The game was pretty much over. So you as a coach can say, Messi, sub. But the problem is that Messi always wants to play.
Of course.
Remember that video in 2015 when Luis Enrique was coaching Barcelona and he's like, sub Messi. And Messi refused to leave the field. So that's the problem that Mascherano and all the managers face. Because if you ask Messi, you want to play the All-Star? I'm telling you, he would say, you know what? Yeah, I want to play. He's just like, he's a kid, you know. He wants to have fun. He was born to play this sport.
Yeah. He just has to be careful, though. He has to be smart at this point of his career. 38 years old.
True.
And there is that question of if he gets injured, would you rather him not play All-Star or play All-Star, get injured, and miss a significant time here in league play, which we know that club teams prepare way ahead of time, and they know exactly when Inter Miami is visiting them, and we know what that means with